Let's get this going. As you guys can see, I haven't quite fixed the wall yet. Oh, it's been a crazy, crazy week. Let's get some people in here. All right, that should be okay. All right, the lighting is really doing good. But like I said, like you see, I haven't fixed that wall up yet. It's been a crazy week. Kyle was out of town. So all the work that he normally does for me, I had to do for myself, which is a lot. He does a lot of the eBay stuff. Hey, buddy, how we doing? You can hear me okay? Again, I'm still getting used to using this mic. It didn't want to work with Zoom yesterday, so I want to make sure it's still working today. All right, great. Thanks, bud. Appreciate that. All right, so doctor cut my leg off. That now, were you Crispy Bacon as well? And then they took your account away, and now you made this one, or was Crispy Bacon somebody else? Because I noticed you commented about they took Crispy Bacon away. Hey, Michael, how you doing, bud? I like this one better anyway. Cut my leg off. Yes, I was Crispy Bacon. Yeah, I like Crispy Bacon is pretty good, but cut my leg off is pretty. I like that one better. It reminds me of Kyle. He does Halloween decorations and he has tombstones with like not alive, and it's spelled KNOT. Not alive and stuff like that. So, but your names are pretty good. They're just pretty damn creative. All right, so I don't anticipate a huge crowd here today, so that'll be interesting. Doing the recaps like I normally have been doing, and I ran the poll on Twitter. Oh, your name is also Kyle. That's pretty awesome, dude. Wait, is that Kyle? Is that my son on his phone? Are you? Because I noticed Kyle and you were never around at the same time. No, he wouldn't do the live with me. So I ran the poll on Twitter and on Flying Fluffy, and I'm surprised. I thought that because when I play Tampa Bay, when the Panthers play Tampa Bay and I do the videos, I get a lot of Tampa Bay people that chirp in. And so I thought that there were enough people that were subscribers to the channel that would have wanted me to root for Tampa Bay. But as I found out, it wasn't even close. The Twitter poll ended up almost 80-20 in favor of the Islanders. And at last I saw the one on Flying Fluffy was about 60-40 in favor of the Islanders. So, okay, I guess we're rooting for the Islanders. Now, I thought for about a half a second, I thought about using the Let's Go Panthers song in the recaps and then just voiceovering Islanders or Vegas. I thought about doing that. And then I said, yeah, I think some people might take that just a wee bit disrespectful to the song. I made the song specifically for the Panthers, so I figured I'd keep myself out of trouble. But I did start the video off. As you guys know, my style is to trigger my own people, right? So, like if I start off a Panther video with an intro, a lot of times I'll trigger Panther fans by bringing up something. So I did. I probably triggered a few Islander fans in the intro when I brought up. But it's facts. It's truth, man. So this series is all going to come for me. It's going to come down to Vasilevsky. Now I know Varlamov has been good. Vasilevsky's the one. To me, Vasilevsky's the one of the two goalies that has the opportunity, that has the ability to just completely shut things down. We've seen him do that already twice during these playoffs. So, Yeah, I think the Islanders, look, first off, you're looking at obviously Tampa is going to have home ice, right? I'm correct on that, right? Because they were no, actually, somebody informed me on that. For a minute there, I was thinking that I knew, but to be honest, I haven't checked. I was just assuming that. Who's got home ice? Where are we playing today? I know I should know that, but I'm just realizing that I just assumed this whole time it was Tampa, and I haven't checked on that. Tampa is home. All right, so I was right. All right, so there, like I said, if you assume you know what you're talking about, most of the time you'll be right. So, Islanders, they got to get out of Tampa 1-1, right? I mean, Tampa Bay is not going to lose 4 in a row. They're not going to pull a Colorado, and the Islanders aren't Vegas. So you figure you got to get out 1-1. This is going to be a tough one to steal game 1, right? If you can get out of Tampa 1-1, then I think the Islanders can take this thing in 6 or maybe 7. Although now that I realize Tampa is going to have game 7 in Tampa, Islanders better finish this off in 6. And I tell you, the thing of it is, and I was talking with Stu about this yesterday, is that with the Islanders defense and the way that it's designed, he really seems to feel like what they're going to do is they're going to match up their 4th line against Tampa Bay's top line. And look, Barry Trotz, I agree with Stu in that Barry Trotz really, right now, I think he's the best coach in the NHL. I don't know exactly what went down with them in Washington. Obviously, you don't see a lot of teams lose their coach after winning a championship, but that happened. And the Islanders, a lot of people thought when they got rid of Tavares that was going to be it. They were toast, and as you see now, they're not. And the thing with them is that they are so balanced. I was looking at the roster today from fantasy perspective, and the rankings on their players. I mean, the highest ranking player in terms of I don't remember who it was, but he was number 20. He was number 20, and so the point is they don't have like that, like the Panthers are building around their superstars, right? The Islanders, they've got some stars, but they're building a real in-depth team, and I mean that 4th line is easily the best 4th line in hockey, and it's showing. And they're built for a playoff run because they've got depth throughout the lineup. They're not dependent like the Panthers on 2 or 3 guys. And if you shut those guys down, kaputs. So, but then again, like I said yesterday as well, the Islanders have not faced goaltending the way that they're going to have with Vasilevsky. All right, let's get to some of these comments here. You want the Lightning, Papa Grande. You want the Lightning because the rest of your family are Ranger fans. Geez. I'm sorry, bud. That's tough. Do they go to the Panther games? Yeah, Barzal, Barzal. I have a hard time saying that name, Jeremy. Yeah, that's who was ranked number 20. He was ranked 20th out of all centers in the fantasy rankings, and that's their top center. And nobody else was even top 30. I think most of the guys were 40, 80, stuff like that. So, right. Jeremy, they're way deeper. They're way deeper, and that's been our problem for a while. Superstars have done what in these playoffs, though? Well, cut my leg off. That depends on if you consider Marchessault a superstar, and even I think he's got 4 goals, 5 goals, maybe 6. But he got the 3 of them in the one game. So I hear what you're saying. Well, then again, Tampa Bay superstars are what took us out, right? We could not control Kucherov and Stamkos on that damn power play. So, but they had better goaltending. They had, and that really was it. That was really the difference in that series before we got before we put Knight in. It just wasn't happening for either one of our guys. All right, let's see. I don't want to miss anybody here. Is that I'm actually going to put my glasses on for this one, guys. I can't see if that's Karn or Cam. Cam. Oh, geez. The eyes are bad. With the new lighting, it makes it harder for me to see my screen. So I'm gonna have to work something like that out. All right. I can't root for the Lightning. I always rooted for them in the postseason since we never make the playoffs, but not this time. They were classless D-bags in our series, especially Maroon. Yeah. You know, Tampa got rough and rude for certain. But it's the playoffs. And the thing about it is that if, you know, there's just two parts to it. If the refs are going to let you get away with it, which they did, and you know it's going to throw your opponent off their game, which they did, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the style of play and of being just over the edge. But the edge is only goes so far as the referees are going to call. And I'm not saying the referees stole the series or anything like that, but they let a lot of stuff go on. But I definitely agree with you with Maroon and his antics and everything like that. You know, there's ways to do that, and you know, well, no, he was doing the chicken, and the chicken dance is not. That's there's no place for that. But I'm sure Tampa Bay fans will tell me that's sour grapes, and it might be. All right, Joshua. Hey, Fluffy is actually outside. That's okay. You guys can call me Fluffy. I forget my own name as it is. You know what I mean? When I write the articles and he posts it and says, check out the latest article from Eric Gerson, I'm like, who, what? Oh, that's right. That's me, you know? Yeah, they're Panther fans, so my dad is not sure about the rest. Gotcha. Yeah, Jeremy. Marcel has 8 points, right. And I think 3 of those are assists. I think it's 5 and 3, and he got 3 of them in one game. You got Papa Granny. You got yourself a Vasilevsky jersey. Outstanding. How much did that set you back? Was it homemade or was it real? Because I know some of those jerseys, you know, it's not. I look, $40-50, I'm good. But when I see a 2 in front of the 40 or 50, I'm out. Jeremy Marchessault, besides the hat trick, has been mediocre these playoffs. Right. He hasn't. The last couple games after the hat trick, I agree, he wasn't great, but you know they're still winning. Vegas to me is going to be the one that wins the cup. Like I said, I put them in all my brackets to win. Unfortunately, all my brackets said Vegas beating the Panthers, and that's why I want Vegas to win the cup now. Hear me out, because I know some people are thinking that we want the Islanders to win. No. We need Vegas to win now, and here's why. There's 2 reasons. Number one, y'all know you want me to make the video where I get to tag Doug and the owners with Marchessault and Smith skating around with the cup. Y'all know you want that. Now, number 2, they're going to win a cup. They are due, all right? They are playoff, battle, tested, and ready. They are going to win a cup. Let them win it now, all right? Because can this fan base handle? Can you imagine the Florida Panthers fan base if we finally made it to the Cup Finals and then lost to Vegas with Marchessault and Smith? I mean, the entire my studio would burn down. The laptop would go flying across the room. I mean, this fan base can't handle that. So let them win it now. That's my take. All right, let's see. Josh, you say Tampa in 6. That could have happened, but that's gonna be tough, man. Because that would be Tampa winning the last game for the Islanders, because they'd be on the road. That's going to be tough. I think if Tampa's going to get it, they're going to have to win it at home. I don't see Tampa coming in and beating them in Game 6. That's going to be tough, man. That's really going to be tough. Yeah, the chicken dance is classic Maroon. You want the Isles, but Tampa's going to win. That's about. You know, I am gonna, you know, beat the crap out of the drum that I think the Islanders can win this series. But if Vasilevsky decides to be Vasilevsky, it ain't gonna happen. All right. Florida Game 6. Do I think Knight dropped the ball or the defense in Game 6? The offense had no chance. Here's what I'll say about that. Knight kept us in the game It's 2-0 going to the third. And at that point, Alexander Barkov had no shots. So there's a couple things there in play. Number one, where are your depth players? For Toronto, absent. For Hagee, absent. Okay? Who else? Achari, I'm not saying, he was absent, but, our third and fourth line, we depend on them to score goals, all right? And they just absolutely let us down. So I think I don't put it on Knight. I know he gave up the third late in the third period, but look, we threw him out there, all right, and I'm totally happy with the way he reacted. I think that game 6, you got to shoot the puck. You got to shoot the puck. We gave Vasilevsky a 29-shot shutout. It's the NHL playoffs and an elimination game, and I know Tampa Bay blocked a lot of shots. Still, there should have at least been 40, 45 shots on the board. You have to go down swinging. And if the team knows Barkov's hurt at that point, the depth players have to step up, and they didn't. And Ekblad being gone killed us. Let's call it what it is. Ekblad being gone just absolutely killed us. All right, let's see. I don't want to miss. All right, authentic game jersey, 250, 300, identical to the one they have on the ice. Dude, Papa Grande, when I post my GoFundMe to pay for my bankruptcy, I'm going to remember your name. That's not a joke either. I'm literally going to have to do a GoFundMe to pay for my bankruptcy here in the next couple of weeks. It's a long story. I'm going to make a video about it. We'll talk about it later. Jeremy, Vegas going to win. Yeah, man, I wish I would have put money on Vegas, but there's probably no payoff anyway. I had no money anyway to put on Vegas. All right, let's see. Yep, you want to see Smith and March holding that cup? So do I. Man. I want that done. It's gonna happen. We all know it's gonna happen, right? Let's just get it done before they're playing us, because my heart cannot take. Can you imagine Vegas Panthers Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals, Marchessault overtime winner, and we lose a cup? It's dead. There would be no recap because clunk, just dead. Exactly, Jeremy. Tampa is not winning. They're not going to win Game 6. They're not going to win an elimination game in Nassau. Not. It just can't happen. You know what I mean? Although some of you may not have even been born when this happened, keep in mind the AFC Championship game with Marino, last game at the Orange Bowl, and the Dolphins managed to lose the AFC Championship game to the Patriots, game in the Orange Bowl. So crazier things have happened, guys. As soon as I'm saying it can never happen, I'm remembering when that happened. You're like, there's no way. Marino, Shula, they're not losing the last game in the Orange Bowl to go to the Super Bowl. And that's exactly what they did. And that's the one Marino would have won. That was the one against the Bears where the Patriots got absolutely walloped. So that's the game. That's the game. So yeah, I guess, based on that story, you have to give Tampa just as much of a chance as anybody else. Yeah, I gotta have to put my glasses on again. The lighting is great, but it's blinding me. Damn it! All right, let me put my old man glasses on. Didier, no wonder I can't read it. It's not readable anyway. Didier Thiverge, DT. That's Dale Talon. Is this a Dale Talon burner account? If we made it to the Cup against Vegas and then lost, all my Florida stuff would be gone. Before you do that, let me give you my address. I'll make another wall. All right, let's see. Groovosaur, welcome, bud. Appreciate you coming out. Florida Game 6, we wouldn't shoot the puck. Yeah, no, we wouldn't shoot the puck. I mean, you could blame it on a lot of different things, but we all sat there and screaming at the TV to shoot the puck. And that's the thing. That Game 6, like I said this at the end of the year, I've said it over and over again. The way we lost, especially that game, is the reason why I don't have as much hope as I would have, okay? Because we're losing in the same exact fashion, and I don't know that that's fixable. It's a mindset. And Ekblad has the shoot-first mindset, okay? but Barkov and Huberdeau don't. And that's got a trickle down effect. And we're going to have to fix it if we're going to talk about winning actual playoff rounds. We're not, we have to fix that problem. And to be honest with you, who knows if they even acknowledge and consider it a problem. All right. Let's see. To be honest, our best players during the playoffs were Hubie, Marchment, and Bennett. Let me think about that. Definitely Marchment played his ass off. No disagreement there. Bennett was a mixed bag, right? Bennett was playing just over that edge. Now, unfortunately, he was playing at the same over the edge that some of the Lightning players were playing, but only Bennett got called, and that's a completely different story. And then Huberdeau, again, I got to say mixed bag. He was showing the effort. Yes, the effort was there. The energy was there. But the overpassing was also there. He needed to shoot more, especially you get to game 6. If he knows Barkov is hurt, Huberdeau has to take the damn team and put it on his back. He's the guy. He's the next man up. And he didn't do it. It's disappointing. All right, let's see. I don't want to miss anybody here. I appreciate everybody coming out. This is fun. I enjoy these. Groovosaur. Next year, I believe we'll go to the conference finals, at least the second round. I said it. I'm not going to give away the intro. I don't want to give away the intro to the recap. But Groovy, when you watch the intro to the recap today, think about this comment you just made, and I agree. We'll just leave it at that. Thanks, DT. I got to call you DT. I don't know what else to call you. I can't see it. All right, Bucks shut down the vet in the NFC Championship game 2. That's true. That's true. It happens. That is absolutely true, man. That quick story, that freaking AFC Championship game. I worked for a place. I was 14? Yeah, I was 14. And I worked for a place called Pizzerific. It was a pizza place that was a friend of my father's owned it. And that son of a bitch made me work. And it was a real small joint. It was like I was the cook and the waiter and the busboy, right? I did like everything. And so we had TVs in every room, So I'd be cooking, watching the game, and walking out to serve stuff and watching the game and everything. And I just remember just like the pit on my stomach. I couldn't believe it. I was okay with working because I was like, we're going to beat the crap out of the Patriots. I ain't working the Super Bowl, though. And then it didn't happen. All right, let's see what else we got. Jeremy, quick shots and one-timers would have won us the series against Tampa. Here's what I'll say. I lost the freaking Tampa Bay coach's name. Absolute brain fart on the Tampa Bay coach's name. But he devised the system. He devised ways to draw out our weaknesses and beat us. Q did not do the same thing. We played the same game, every game, the same way, nothing new, and it showed. I go by DDA. All right, DDA. We'll call you DDA, man. As long as you're not Dale Talon in disguise, you're good with me. We traded for Hornquist to screen the goalie from our passing. He did get a goal, though. He did get the one goal. But, it's just look, we made Tampa Bay's defense look a lot better than they are because it was magical. It was almost like they knew that we were going to pass and their sticks were already there in the passing lane. It's almost like they knew that we weren't going to shoot. It's crazy. We made them look so much better on defense than they are. So maybe have an upset, DDI. I forgot what we were talking about. Let me look up here. If you're talking about DDI, you'll have to clarify what you mean. So maybe we have an upset. All right. Will we re-sign Papa Grande? Will we re-sign Bennett? We have to. We have to, right? If of all the guys that we got, absolutely. We now we still have him. He's restricted, right? That's why we gave up the 2-2s, right? Because he's restricted, so we can match an offer. I don't see a high price tag being put out there for him because he wasn't playing real well, and then he came to Florida, and that's where he lit it up, right? So I think give him like a 2-year extension. I don't want to break the bank for the guy. I want him to show that he can do it. A full 82 games and in the postseason with Huberdeau and stay out of the suspension box. You know what I mean? I want to see him do it. Give him another 2, maybe 3 years. No more of this 5-8 years. I tweeted out a comparison to Bobrovsky and Varlamov's contract. If you feel like if you're overweight and you want to lose a few pounds and you just want to throw up your lunch, go check out the tweet that I put out. It's basically Varlamov's contract on top of Bob's. The Islanders did it right, guys. Boy, did they do it right, and we did not. All right, let's see. Deadpool, thanks for coming out, bud. The effect of a great goalie. You hesitate your shots, looking for better shots. That was vastly priced in Florida. Deadpool, I absolutely agree with you there. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I would also add, though, that we do that a lot, all the time. And I'll say this: your theory is accurate, but we've had so much success against Vasilevsky. That's why I got so pissed off about Game 6. We know we can beat him. Nobody comes close to us in goals against Vasilevsky. We can beat that guy. So in Game 6, we acted exactly like that. Okay, we were looking for the perfect shot to beat him, rather than just peppering him with shots. And again, I know Tampa Bay was blocking shots, okay? But if you've got guys in front of the net there for those rebounds, let them block the shots, okay? But we weren't getting traffic in front of the net, and the shots weren't getting through, and Tampa Bay was taking the rebounds from those shots and turning it around in transition on us, and it's just a deadly combination. But I agree with your theory there. But we didn't play like that. We played like we were afraid of Vasilevsky, which we shouldn't be. John Cooper, yeah, thanks, bud. I just brain completely gone. Is a Habs upset likely? Yeah, no. I think Carey Price can steal a game. I would hesitate to say he could maybe steal 2 games. Vegas is battle tested, okay? Everybody knows they went to the finals a couple of years ago. Their style of play is just relentless. It hasn't mattered even with the coaching change. They've got the depth. I just don't see anybody beating Vegas. The Habs have been a good story. They've been a nice story. And if anybody could do it, if anybody can turn in a world-class performance and do it, it's going to be Price. I don't know. I don't think so. Vegas is going to have home ice. And I just, so that means what? That means Montreal is going to have to steal either a game or 2, right, in Vegas. I don't see it happening. I think you'll see, if I wanted to really predict it, I think you see Vegas get up 2-0. I think you get Montreal at home to win Game 3, and then that's it, kaputs for them. All right, let's see what we got here. Sweet Nirvana, thanks for showing up, bud. I think we are getting rid of Wenberg. There's no reason to re-sign him. Now, of course, as soon as I say that, we'll do it. But with Lundell coming and Bennett, just no room. And Wenberg was good at one thing this year, which was faceoffs. There's absolutely no reason. There's no reason to bring him back. Nice guy, decent player. Didn't do anything in the playoffs for us, But with Lundell coming, really the battle for me is Lundell going to just slide into 3C, or can he compete with Bennett for 2C? But we get Barkov, Bennett, and Lundell, and then put Achari. I mean, that's it. We are set at center. I mean, set. Get those guys signed and just, twinkle dinkle with the wingers to make sure that we've got decent guys. But that's a hell of a center core, and we're only going to have to really pay high money for Barkov. All right, let's see. I still think Montreal will beat Vegas in 6. They have all the power to shut down the first line. They just need to figure out how to beat Fleury and their Grugasaur, man. If I had money, I'd put money on that for you. I'd bet you right here. If Montreal right here, there's 10 people? There's 10 people on the stream. If Montreal beats Vegas in 6, hot pepper challenge. I will do a live stream of a hot pepper challenge. And Groovy, you could pick the pepper. I just can't see it happen. Maybe I'm biased because I want Vegas to win. Maybe I haven't watched Montreal enough. And it'd be good ratings if I did the pepper challenge, so it's a win-win. All right, let's see. Cam, do I think Coach Q is the real deal? I don't see the fire we have with Gallant, or I like to see Torts. Excellent question. All right. First things first. Yeah, Q is the real deal, but he's not really a strategist. Okay? He's not an end-game type of guy. Like, remember Bugner, right? Okay? I'm not comparing him to Bugner, but remember Bugner would, like, it was crazy. We'd have, like, different – we'd play one way in the first period, one way in the second, one way in the third. With Q, I think there's a little bit of stubbornness there where we're going to win the way that he knows how to win, which is fine. He's been outcoached. Cooper outcoached him. Brendamore certainly outcoached him when we played the Canes. So, I mean, obviously, do I think we can win the cup with him? Yeah, I don't think we can't. But he got blown out of Chicago. One of the big reasons he got blown out of Chicago was because he wouldn't play the younger guys. And look, how many videos did it take for me begging him to play Tippett in the top 6 until he did it, right? Okay, weeks of me begging him before he finally got sick of it and did it. I wish that was true. I mean, it's true, but I wish that was the reason why. But whatever, man, it worked. The rest of your question, because I see a lot of questions and we're getting short on time already. This is going quick. Would I rather see Torts? I'd rather still see Gallant. I mean, Gerard Gallant, all he does is win and then piss off the owner somehow and then get fired. That's his whole repertoire. I never wanted to see him go. I understand what you're saying about the fire, about the intensity, but I think after a while, you just have to look at the players you have and realize that's what they are. Huberdeau is a guy that can show intensity, but he also can show a little bit of drop-off. And, Barkov is just not that guy. Barkov is just not that fiery. You guys have now basically had it basically had 3 coaches now, right? With Gallant, Bugner, Rowe for a little bit, and Q, and they pretty much played the same type of way, energy-wise. They played a lot better under Gallant, energy-wise, that's for sure. So I miss Gallant. But Torts, I don't know. I don't know that the guys really want that kind of a change. I think we're rolling with Q, and I think we're good with that. All right, let's see. Deadpool. Tampa's defense was in flux all season. At the end of the season, the headman was hurt. McDonough was out. So Panthers didn't see the true defense. I agree with you. Yeah. Oh, definitely. They got better with their players getting back. I still think we made them look better than they were by settling for the outside shots that Tampa was blocking and then overpassing. I'm not saying Tampa's defense isn't good. Obviously, they won a cup. But I think we made them look better than they are. Can I call you that? I didn't see what you asked if you could call me. Yeah, I didn't see it. But you guys call me anything. I'm good. Hey, Boca Stu and Boca. All right, buddy. Wait, Nirvana, y'all hear that Toronto is interested in Bob? Oh, come on. Don't look. It's not even Halloween. Don't trick or treat me, man. Is that true? Could that possibly be true? That would be I'm just ignore that one. Come on now. See, now you guys are yanking my chain, man. No, look. We're gonna hear a lot of stuff like that, even if it's not true or anything. Hey, who said that? Sweet Nirvana. Where did you hear that, brother? Where did you hear that, man? Jeremiah Maxwell, thanks for showing up. I've often wondered if this team would destroy tennis records if the arena was in downtown Miami. No, man, that's where they started. You probably already know that. Look, South Florida is a fickle fan base. If you go back in my channel, the Flying Fluffy channel, early on, very early, probably one of the first 30 or 40 videos, I made a video, it's something about Bernie Kosar and Miami Dolphins attendance or something like that. If you want a good story about South Florida and their fickle fan base, that it's in that video. I'll try to see if I can find it. It's in the first 30 or 40 videos that I made, and it's the perfect story to tell you. South Florida, you got to win. That's it. You win and you're in. You look at I played in the video I did about Dale Talon. I was watching the game 7 against the Devils in 2012, right? And the place was packed to the rafters. It's not the location. In South Florida, if you win, the people will show up. That's all it is. All right, real quick here. We got a few more minutes. What if Toronto beat us with Bob? Oh, all right. So if Toronto takes Bobrovsky and then we play night and then Toronto beats us in the playoffs with Bobrovsky, I will do the pepper challenge anally. Okay. That's how confident I am that that's not going to happen. I will slice open the pepper and boop, boop, all right. That's how confident I am. That's not going to happen. Tactical Nuke 101. Glad to see you. This offseason, we'll see if Bob cares more about his money or legacy. It's a good point. It's a good point. I have been saying this. I just don't feel like it's going to be just cut and dry, simple that Seattle takes Drieger. I have no evidence. I have no articles. I have nothing to point to other than a gut feeling that some funky, funny stuff is going to go on around that. And that Zito's going to pull some kind of oddity out that nobody saw coming. I'm not saying Bob is leaving or Drieger is staying. I just feel like some kind of weird, crazy shit's going to happen there. Right, it's the Atlantic Division next year. I hear what you're saying there. Look, they can have Bob. They can have Bob. They could take him, right? And at least 7 of his salary. We'll take 3. We'll take 3. Sweet Nirvana, that's what you've heard. Seriously. All right. I'm gonna research that, man. Bud the Monkey, which one? The Dale Talon? Yeah. If you guys watch the Dale Talon video, I wanna clue you guys in here, and then I gotta get ready to go. I want to answer the last few questions. I want to tell you this story. If you watch the Dale Talon video, listen to the lyrics and how the lyrics are kind of telling the story, like with the pictures, or like how Talon's first golf swing is in perfect timing with the beat. All of that is accidental. When I make videos like that, I am always shocked because I'm pulling stuff obviously from the internet and I'm placing it in there in a kind of haphazard way where I think it might work. And then I insert the music. the timing on that video, it's like I spent hours and hours perfecting the timing, and that's happened before. I swear it's all accidental. It just happens I literally have his golf swing right on the perfect rhythm to the beat. It's crazy. I love it when that happens. All right, real quick here. Let's see what we're saying. When the Panthers contract ends at BBT Center, will they relocate to another city? Well, they're building that thing at War Memorial. They're building a whole complex, practice complex, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if that's someplace where they would be able to play actual games. I don't know if it's going to be equipped that way. I know a lot of people think that they're going to move. I don't think they're going to move. I don't think the team's going anywhere. They're gonna do the best that they can financially. That's what I would say. I don't think they're gonna go back to Miami. If anything, I think they would actually move a little bit east. The East might serve them a little bit better. All right, Deadpool, go Boats, go Bolts. Appreciate that, Deadpool. I really appreciate that, man. True. I love hearing it from other fans. That's good to hear. Butter Monkey, the trade rumor was Tavares for half and Nylander for what the hell are we going to do with Tavares? I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be crazy. But I'll have to look that up. I got to see that one for myself. Not that I don't believe you. Yeah, Frank, hey, buddy. Glad to see you, buddy. Draft is approaching, man. I'm a little scared to see who Seattle takes. You and me both, bud. You and me both. I'm going to be having, obviously, multiple videos coming up here soon. Soon as playoffs are over, that's where my focus is going to go. Seattle will take Wenberg. Yeah, I don't see that happening, but I think we got a lot of pieces, and he's free agent. I'm pretty sure we don't have him signed. But I don't think Wenberg will be with the Panthers anyway. All right, Florida versus Toronto run next year will be. Yeah, DDA. That was the video I made about I trying to get Steve Dangle to collaborate with me so that we do like a voodoo session where we say, okay, one of our teams makes the playoffs and win a round, and the other one doesn't make the playoffs, just so that one of us is guaranteed. But I don't mind that situation either, us against the Leafs. Of course, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, right? All right, real quick here. We're running out of time here. Everglade Panthers, yeah. Tactical nuke. Yeah, yeah. Look, but if the Panthers are good, people will show up. They will. This was a funky year, obviously, because of the pandemic and everything. I expect that place to be loaded up next year. Absolutely. Thank God we have Zito. Yeah. Joe. Joe, that is so freaking true. That is so true. Okay? That is just brutally true. You know? Hey, Flamingo, bud, we're right at the end, dude. You got to turn on notifications. All right, Flamingo, I'm going to answer your question here real quick, and then I'm gonna roll. Let's see. What goalie do I think is hotter, Price, Fleury, or the Islander? Well, look, the one that I think has the opportunity to shock anybody is Price. Okay, I think people expect Vasilevsky to shut down the Islanders. I don't think anybody really knows what to expect from Varlamov. Not that he's good, but I don't think anybody feels like he's going to steal the series. Fleury, he's used to a lot of goal support. Price, to me, is the guy that has, just absolutely been stone cold. And I think he's the one out of the four that has he will be the one that can shock us all the most, because I'm not picking Vegas. All right. Last couple things here real quick. You don't think the Panthers work in Sunrise? It's in the swamp. Yeah. Cam, I hear what you're saying about Miami. I think east, right? I don't know about north or south. I haven't been down there in 10 years. So you guys have to forgive me. I'm remembering driving back then. But I think if they went a little bit east and people didn't have to deal with all that traffic going out west, I think it would help. But again, if they win, people will go. Oh, Flamingo, you had notifications on you was working out. Yeah. Hey, that's better than me. I was working out too. I took my medication and then I drank Monster. All right, guys, I'm going to go so I can get this game set up. Thank you all for showing up. This was good. All right. Go Isles, right? Anybody with Tampa. How about that? I should just name the recap that. Anybody but Tampa. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. Recap will be up, normal 45 minutes after the game. See ya.